da na fara ki haka ki zo ki ji mutane suna jin ki kamar dodo na bayana. What?
She's crying.
The cheeky. Fortune ta yi kashi guda biyu da Modnike. Matan nan ma ta share daga nan macin ya suna.
Well,
Ya suna.
what do you talk? What do you try talking?
Just to sleep when they don't work finish.
Sure, you go dey sleep. You know that sleep last night. You know, maybe this morning your wife is sleep too.
Thank you, Jesus. Glory, hallelujah. Blessed be the holy name of Lord Jesus. Our great and mighty. We bless your holy name, O Lord Jesus. Thank you, excellent Redeemer. Thank you, precious God. Thank you, mighty Redeemer. We love you, Heavenly Father. Thank you, Jesus. Thank you, Jesus. Babe, babe, babe. Then they see you naked. Seriously. See you naked inside TV, you say.
Something that I love after.
Who to see one person? Hello. Yeah, if you are live with me, let me just see you drop. When the replay session is happening, and people will still long to see, before the session starts. So if you can hear me, just drop a hi, a chat. So I would proceed with this. So people who will eventually come to join the session can watch the video, the recorded version of this video. So for this session, first let me congratulate all those who made it to this channel for this free trading session. Believe me, this is going to be um, a session that you will ever live to remember if you follow me all through to the end of the 6 months classes that we are just starting today. So I would make sure that you know, give you all that you need to succeed in the forex market. This is a kind of a means for me to give back to the community, to family, friends, and relative. That's the main aim of creating this session, of teaching this, and also to build my YouTube channel as well. And I will just encourage anyone that is meeting this recording, or if you're joining live, to make sure that you as you're starting, you are finish up with us, because it's going to be um, a classes that will be holding once a week, only Saturdays by 9 a.m. West African time. Once a week until December. Uh, we're going to be rounding this up. And believe me, and you're going to learn great and mighty things, that you may never get it for free elsewhere. I will make sure that I give you, I release all that you need to succeed in this forex market. All that you need. And one of my promise is the first, the best first 10 students will be receiving another free training at the end of this training session. I'm going to teach you how to build a forex trading robot. People might not know how uh, very valuable these sessions are, but I know with time, so many people want to come and get this for free, but it might be too late by then. There is still room for those who are yet to join for this first lesson to join us later. But once this session elapses a month, there's not going to be room. It's going to be a private session. So even learning how to create forex trading robot alone, and can give you an edge to make money, to make good money. I've seen someone who just teaching students how to create forex trading robots made millions. He made millions of naira. That's in Nigerian currency. Just teaching forex traders how to make forex trading robots, or EA. We either call them forex trading robots or EA. That is expert advisors. So in this very session, that we are starting today, first, the best first 10 students are going to learn this for free. You don't need any coding knowledge to do this. You don't need any coding knowledge or experience to do this. You know, the end of it, you're going to learn how this is possible, and it's very easy. Just like I've stated in my previous post on Facebook, I said it is easy to build a forex trading robot, but very challenging to build a profitable forex trading robot. These are two different things. To create a forex trading robot is one thing, and to create a profitable forex trading robot is another thing. You get it? So it all depends on your experience, your knowledge, your commitment, your dedication that will help you. Your also your understanding of the forex, strategies. Yeah, that's the most important thing, because every forex trading robot is a strategy. It's a strategy that you code to make a forex trading robot. So you need a forex, a profitable strategy, and how to navigate on this platform to be able to produce a profitable forex trading robot. So that's that about that. So let's go now straight to today's lessons. And from the objective, most of you have the course outline already. And now I'm gonna go straight to the lesson for today. What do you expect? So learning objectives for today, so by the end of this lesson, I expect you guys to know, one, to be able to distinguish between major and minor currency pairs. You get it? That's talking about the major and minor forex trading currency pairs. There are difference between forex currencies and forex pairs. You get it? So by the end of this, you should be able to distinguish between what currencies are, what are currency pairs, why liquidity and spread differs. All this you are going to learn in this session. And objective two, you must be able to identify the three main forex trading sessions, their time frame and what to expect in each time frame. Are you getting it? That's the sessions time frame. Now, not the chart time frame, per se. Understand the differences. So, an objective three is to describe how price is quoted. You should be able to describe how first price are quoted, what moves, what moves it, supply and demand, the news sentiment, and how to measure that movement in pips. You get it? So these are the three main objectives. What you I should be able to cover if we're unable to finish all this in this morning session. Is going to be next class. We carry over and continue. I'm just going to be taking it slowly. You're my guys. And you can be free to ask questions. You get it? Able to ask questions, and I will be all here to answer you. So yeah, these are the three main objectives. And moving head on to the lesson. What are currency pairs? Please, if you can hear me, I will just want to, I can see we have five participants already. We have five participants. If you can hear me, I would like to know your experience with Forex trading. Please, I would like to, can somebody talk to me? We have five uh, uh, participants already online. What is your experience? Tell me your experience with Forex trading market. Are you just a newbie, total beginner? What do you know about forex trading before we proceed? I would like to know the class of student I'm dealing with, so I will be able to understand the pace, that I'm going to take you with. So we know, I can see we have El Nino. Nathan, can you just briefly use your mic? Tell me your experience with forex trading. Do you have any experience with forex trading? I just want this class to be interactive. We are friends, brothers, mostly from this community. I know probably so many other foreign or international students might later join, because I've taken many international students before. I even have students from the US. Yeah, have students from Cameroon that I've taught before. Yeah, and my first online session here for Nigerian students, 100% of those that participated, that's last 2 years or 3 years ago, guys from Abuja. I'm surprised we have no single participant from Kaduna State. Okay, so Nathan is saying he just knows some basics of Forex, but not yet grounded in it. Yeah, because I've been losing and losing. So this is the end. Losing is part of Forex. You get it? But when you lose consistently, that is where the issue lies. Forex is just like any other business. You're not always going to be in profit. You can see the big banks, banks that are existing for donkey of years, over 100 years, like the First Bank and many other. Some years they record losses. You're getting it? So losing is part of Forex, it's part of every business, but consistent losing, when you're losing consistently, that is, you need to be uh, uh, progressive in your profits. When you lose, you should be able to recover and make more profits. You get it? That's what makes a professional trader. If I'm communicating, please let me see your comments on the session, on the comment section. If you get what I'm saying, if you agree with what I'm saying, yeah, if you agree with what I'm saying, let me see you drop a comment. This is just Nat. We have 4 participants. Used to be 5. Someone left, and I guess that's my wife that left, that she don't want to answer live questions. So aside Nathan, please let me see you drop something on the comment section. Let me know that we are together. This is we are already 20 minutes gone this session, and this session is ending by 10. Whatsoever is when it's 10, 11, we are going to be calling it a day. So let me see others drop something on the comment section. So Nathan said he do win sometimes, but losses used to be more. That's where the problem lies. Your profits, your winning should be more. You get it? So that when you do plus and minus, you you discover that you are in profits. That's what makes a professional trader. When you do the plus and minus at the end of the day, or at the end of the week, or at the end of the month, you end up with profits, good profits, and you will grow to a level. You will grow to a level that these losses will keep on reducing. The losses will keep on reducing, but you will never go straight without losing. See, let me warn you, you must be following a lot of Forex trading influencers online. Do you know what they do? They only post for you on Facebook when they are winning. And that's not a good mentor. Most of them are not good Forex mentors. They'll only post their winning days. When it's their losing days, they don't post it. They don't post it. And that's very bad. You should be able to share both your winning and losses with your fans or with your students. You're getting it. You should be able to share this with your students. You should be able to be transparent so that they would know. But if you make your students believe that you're always winning, then when they lose, they can easily quit Forex. And you see, you're not helping them, you're cheating them. While you're on the other side, you're making money. You don't want people, some people feel too big, and that's pride, to show their losses. Why won't you show your losses? If we have big banks, financial institutions sharing their losses at the end of the fiscal year, who are you not to share your losses? We only have Nathan, and I can see currently we have 4 active participants. Where are the rest? Okay, I'm not going to wait. Let's move on. And so, Nat, I'm just going to consider you as my only student this morning since the rest are not responding. You get it? So, I said the first thing is to know and be able to differentiate between forex currencies. So, Nat, I believe that you're already familiar with this, but for the sake of other students that are going to be coming to watch the recorded videos, I will still need to take my time to explain this. So, in forex, sorry, currencies are traded in pairs. Currencies are traded in pairs. You are buying one currency while simultaneously at the same time you are selling another currency. That's what makes it a pair. So each pair consists of base currency and quote currency. The base currency, which is the first currency, and quote currency is the second currency. So we have the primary and the secondary currencies. So for example, when you have Euro USD, just like what you can see on my screen, this is an Euro USD uh, pair. This is an Euro USD pair. Euro USD pair. So the Euro USD is the primary. The Euro is a primary pair, while the USD is a secondary pair. You getting it? So and the first currency, which is the Euro, is the base currency, while this second currency, which is the USD, is the quote currency. As you can see on the chart, let me drop this. Okay, there'll be no need for this now. There'll be no need for this now. So the euro and most of these currency are represented by their acronyms. Yeah, like euro uh currency is represented by EUR, while the USD popularly we all know is USD. So the euro is the best currency, while the USD is the quote currency. What this is saying is 1 point, for instance, like with what we have on this screen now, you can see that the Euro USD, we have the base currency at 1.17156, while the quote currency is 1.17327. What this is saying is that 1 euro, you're going to be buying 1 euro for $1.17327. Are you getting it? While you are selling 1 euro for $1.17156. Hope I'm clear. You know, you can see on the chart we have the sell and the buy. That's why I'm using the live chart so you can have a clear understanding of what this entails. So it means, remember I told you, you are doing two things simultaneously, buying and selling. When you are selling, there is someone at the other end that is buying what you're selling. And when you are buying, there is someone in the other end. You are the one at the other end that is buying, while the other person at the other end is selling. When you're buying, someone at the other end is selling. So you are doing two things, two events are happening simultaneously. So what this um, uh, what this base and quote currency are simply representing is that you are buying one you are sorry you are selling 1 euro for $1.17156, while you are buying 1 euro for $1.1732, all in dollar, but you are selling euro, buying USD. Are you getting it? Hope you're getting it. Okay, all right, all right. So that's what this entails. So the major, we have what we call major and minor currency pairs. So I'm just trying to be detailed, so that those newbies, because I've taught so many students, this is where they usually find it so confusing. And this is very important that forex traders understand this. Let's not just be like the roadside mechanics. That's what most forex traders does. They don't want to learn all this theory aspect. All they want to do is to go straight to the charts, know how to play trades, fix, take profits, stop loss, and boom, you're gonna keep on losing. All these things are very, very important. It's imperative that you understand this. You get it? What you're doing is very imperative that you understand this. That is what will enable you to have a broader understanding of what the forex is. And for those who want to advance into building forex trading robots, this is going to help you a lot. That's why I'm taking time to explain this. So that's just this. So we have major currency pairs and minor currency pairs. So major currency pairs are all those pairs that are paired with the US dollar. They are the major currency pair. Any currency that is paired with the USD dollar is a major currency pair. So some teach that we have six major currency pairs, while some sources teach that we have seven major currency pairs. So I believe that any currency that is competitive enough to be paired with the US dollar is a major currency. That is when they are listed in the forex trading market. So the major currency pairs are the most traded in the world. They are the currency with the most liquidity. They have high liquidity, a high, much more money are being in circulation, trading these very major currency pairs. They have high liquidity and tight spread. You're going to learn what spread are, in a simple definition. Spread is the difference between the base currency and the quote currency. When you subtract the base currency from the quote currency, you're going to be left with what is called the spread. And spread is usually what the forex brokers earned whenever you trade. You're getting it in simple terms. So they have tighter spread, you're getting it, and they have low volatility spikes. So it is the more ideal currency pairs for beginners. When you're starting to learn forex or to trade forex, it's more ideal that you focus on the major currency pairs. So let's see the list of some major currency pairs. Let's see the list of some major currency pairs. Let's go to this. Let me see if we can be able to have this. My chat is not responsive. would love to show you this live. Okay, so let's just say that all these pairs that are traded that are paired with the US dollar, they are the major currencies. You're getting it. So any currency that's paired with the US dollar is a major currency. That's the Euro USD, USD JPY, GBP USD. What I did, let me still recall: USD CHF, USD CAD, AUD USD, NZD USD. All these are what we call the. I'm going to share some of the notes with you, and later, so you can be able to go through all this on your own. So they are the major currency pairs. We have the Euro USD, USD JPY, GBP USD, USD CHF, USD CAD, AUD USD, and NZD USD, which some sources don't usually include it, but the NZD USD also part of the major currency. So we have the minor currency pairs. So all those other minors, they are pairs that do not include the US dollar. That's just a simple differences, pairs that do not include the US dollar involve other major currencies. They involve other major currencies, but they are not paired with the US dollar. Like euro, major currencies like the euro, GBP, JPY, etc. You get what I'm saying. So they are slightly less liquid than major currencies. When we say they are slightly less liquid, they are traded less. Are you getting it? The most traded currency pair is the euro USD in the world. The most traded currency is the euro USD in the world, and it has the tightest spread. The differences between the base currency and the quote currency is the most minimal. If I'm not mistaken. So and they have wider spread. That's just the disadvantages of the minor currency. They have wider spread. You pay more when you trade the the minor currencies. So some list of minor currencies include the Euro GBP, Euro JPY, Euro CHF, Euro AUD, Euro CAD, GBP JPY, GBP CHF. So many of them. Just any of these currency that is not paired with the USD, they are minor currencies. So let's not take much time on this. You can just play with all this on your own. You get it. So serious students will go do their own personal research. You get it. So don't expect me to just say everything. So this video is not going to be shouldn't be too long. So we have the major versus minor pairs. There are key differences, just like I've mentioned. When you say USD involvement is the key difference. The major difference is the USD involvement. Any currency pair that doesn't involve the USD is a minor currency, and anyone that involves the USD is a major currency. So liquidity. When I say liquidity, I mean the amount of money that flow in that very particular currency. That's what we refer to liquidity. So in the major currency, they have extremely high, they are highly high in liquidity, while the minors, they are moderate. Spread. Major currencies have very tight spread, while the minors have slightly wider. You pay more when you trade the minor currencies. Volatility. Generally, the major currency are more stable. More stable, more easier to predict. To analyze. The major currencies are more easier compared with the minor currency. Sometimes they are more volatile. That's the minor currencies. So um the major currencies is best for beginners, just like I've mentioned earlier on. Beginners are advised to focus more on the major currencies, and intermediate and professionals can trade whatsoever they feel it's working more for them. So new sensitivity, you when we talk about new sensitivity, you may not understand it if you don't have the basic understanding of to the two segments of forex trading market. We have the technical and the fundamental analysis. Nathan, are you familiar with the technical and the fundamentals? Let me see you drop a comment if you are familiar with the technical and the fundamental. Okay, okay. But just in a brief, when we talk about the fundamental, we are talking about the more economic side of the forex trading market. It deals with the news events. You getting it? The news event. News event affects the forex trading market. The impact, sorry, the forex trading market a lot. You getting it? So when you are trading the fundamentals, you're focused more on the news. What are the news events that are coming that are going to impact the market more. There are some traders that only trade the fundamentals, they focus on the news, while we have some traders that focus more on the technical. When we say technical, you focus now on the chart, you study the price action, see how the candlestick moves, and the how they behave. You study the candlestick, how they behave. You can be able to say this is what is forming the patterns, that are on the charts, etc. So some are more of a technical traders, while some are more of fundamental, while others do both, combine both. It's good to know both. You getting it? Just like me, I would be careful to trade when I know a major news event is about to drop in the market, because I know it's going to impact the market. So I should be careful to trade in that very hour. You getting it? Because it's going to highly impact the market and defect what you're seeing on the for the technical analysis. Even though some believe that the news analysis, are based on so many news events. Most of these news events, happened before, and keep on repeating itself. And even if it comes with a difference are not always much. So they believe that the new that the fundamentals are mostly aligned with the technical analysis. That what When you study technical analysis, you wouldn't need to bother about the fundamental, because it's the impact has already formed previously, and it goes along with the technical analysis, forming the pattern, the candle patterns. You getting it? When you study the pattern, you should be able to know, even when a new event happens, this is how your technical analysis knowledge, should give you insight on the where the market is going, even without you paying attention to the news. That's what others believe. You get it. So that's just it. So back to our session. So new sensitivity. So major currency pairs are highly sensitive to the US economic event. Why are they highly sensitive to the US economic event? Because they are paired with the US dollar. So major currencies are paired with the US dollar. So you should expect most of the news events coming in the US from the USA to impact this currency. Mind you, not just news that concerns the US that impact the major currency pairs. So if a currency, let's assume we have the GBP USD. So you should know that any news that should impact the GBP, that's the Great British Pound, should equally affect that currency pair. You get what I'm saying? So if a pair, let's say GBP USD, you're trading GBP USD, and a news event is coming from the USD, definitely is going to impact that pair. And a news event is coming from these major countries, that use the British pounds. You should equally be aware that that news is going to impact that very currency pair. So you should know, probably not, you weren't usually paying attention to this, and it might have uh, uh, caused you to lose some of your trades. Do you believe that this might have impact some of your trades? Let me see your response in the comment section. Yes, Nat. Do you believe that the fundamentals, news events might have affect some of your trades that made you lose some of your trade during okay, so you see, you clearly didn't understand them. So definitely they might have made you lose some of your trades. You getting it? It might not be 100%. Probably some of your analysis are not right, that could or might have made you lose some of your trades. So thank God you are here, and believe me, if you are if you are committed to this, I could see your commitment right from the time you chatted me. I think you are one of the persons that really shows this passion to learn. This could be, I can assure you that this can be your financial breakthrough. Yeah, this can be your financial breakthrough. I'm going to make sure that I release all that I know for you to learn. What makes so many traders lose or give up is because they either they either don't have good mentors, or they follow bad mentors. It's just still the same thing. It's either they don't have mentors, or they are following bad mentors. You're getting it? So these are one of the reasons. And someone may ask me, why haven't you got, I see a lot of people. And Nomsu, so many people say, Nomsu, you know how to trade. So many, like one of my friends will say, you know this, you all know this, but you are not trading. It will interest you to know that I'm just about to start. I've traded before. I've traded before, and I started trading. I learned trading in 2000. I started learning trading in 2007. 2007, I started learning forex trading. You getting in 2007, I started learning forex trading, and this is over. Is it 20 years? About 20 years. 2007, we are 2025. Okay, almost 18 years or so. I started learning forex trading. I've traded. I've eaten forex trading money. I really benefited forex trading, and at some point I quit, so many times. Then later on, I just telling you some brief history about me. So later on, i I deviated to freelancing, because I see so many people saying, no, so you're not trading, I'm just about to start trading full time. I have been into freelancing, worked for so many forex trading since I learned trading. After I've learned trading the first time, I traded for a while, quit, and when I was blowing most of my accounts, I blew a lot of accounts, uncountable accounts. Then on the way, I switched to freelancing. When I switched to freelancing, I met one of my boss, from the USA, who employed me to work for him. So, and I discovered that he's a forex trader too. And from that uh, 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 period, sorry, I've been distracted by Mish comment, just trying to see what Mish is trying to say. Um, so from that moment, I have decided to go back to forex trading. Then my boss, then having discovered how transparent I am, so that's why it's good for you to be transparent. My background in Christianity, taught me to always be sincere, just be truthful in anything I do. That's what made me in freelancing succeeded in freelancing. I'm just trying to just my credibility, you get it, which was gotten from my Christian background, makes most of my boss, to love me. So my boss then paid $1,000 for me to learn forex trading again in one forex trading university called Epic Forex Trading University abroad. It's online, but this university is the school is based in abroad, and mostly it's online stuff they do. So he paid $1,000 for me. That's about 3 years or 4 years ago, 5 years. Sorry, 5 years ago. $1,000 then should be close to a million naira, about 800,000 then. $1,000 now is almost 1.6 or 1.7 million. So then he paid $1,000 for me to learn forex again. So I learned. Then I was enrolled, learned for about a year. For about a year. That was when I developed my deeper knowledge about forex trading. So after then, I didn't venture into forex trading because I was already established in freelancing on Upwork. For those that know Upwork, I was on Upwork doing my freelancing, and I met this my boss on Upwork. You know, so after then, I continue with my freelancing because I never just wanted to. I have a lot of established contact with so many people. I'm just taking time to tell you this so that at least it will encourage you and tell and show you, because so many people say, if he knows how to trade, why is he not? That's what most people say. Why are you not trading? Why are you not doing this? Why are you not? I don't usually love being distracted. I've already established myself there, living there. Again, go to forex, started trading. It's not going to I've already set my goals, waiting for the right time to quit and be a full-time forex trader. So, and this is just the time. So just telling you about that. So after then, I continued my forex trading, my freelancing. Sorry, I continued my freelancing and keep on making money. That was why the reason why I wasn't trading until now. I'm about to go back fully, and that's why if you are following me on Facebook, you discover that it is of a recent I started posting about forex trading, and I have this vision to build a physical forex trading school, a physical forex, not online, physical, because there are a lot of people that no matter what you do online, they are not interested. They will prefer to come to class. So I'm hoping to build a forex trading school. And I said, okay, let me start by giving back to my community first, doing it online. That was the time I held it here too, here in Kabbalah. Where we used to hold our fellowship for things in Christ, but only few people attended, and along the line, most of them quit. So that's just it. Why I am just coming full time, into forex trading now, because I'm about to let go most of my freelancing activities, to concentrate fully on trading. And if you are here now with me, believe me, you are lucky, because we are going to go into this journey together. So back to our classes, back to our lessons. So you know what the differences between the major and the minor currencies. So what we are gonna dive into now is to go back to our next objective. Our next objective, just trying to okay. The next objective is the trading session. We have trading session, and every forex trader needs to understand these trading sessions. You definitely need to understand this trading session. Okay, let me see if I can share this so you can follow me. on this Google document. You will definitely have it. So instead of waiting until the class is over, let me grant you access to it now, so you can be able to be following directly what we have here. Give me a minute. Okay, this is linked to the slide that I'm teaching you from now, so you can equally be following me, going along with me. So we have three main forex trading sessions. We have three main forex trading sessions. So we have the Asian session. You need to have understanding of time differences, time zones. You know, we are in Africa. You have to know the difference between West African time. What GMT are we in? You get it, so you can be able to understand this, the three main forex trading sessions better. So we have three main trading sessions. We have the Asian session, and the Asian session usually starts around 000 to 09 GMT. So you need to know how to convert this time in GMT to our own time, so you can be able to have understanding. So I think the Asian session from our own time starts around, is it 11 p.m.? Yeah, I think it's usually start around 11 p.m. if I'm not mistaken. That's when the Asian session, in West African time start. And we have the European session. You understand? We have the European session. That's the second session. It usually start from here. We have it usually start from 7 a.m. 7 a.m. to around 3 p.m. You get it here. Usually, yeah, from 7 a.m. West African time to around 3 p.m. or 4 p.m. West African time. That's the we some used to call it UK session, but usually the European session. You get it. And we have the last, that's the New York session. Some call it the North American session. Are you getting it? The New York session. Like the European session, some call it the London session. But the main name is European session, because the European is not just one zone. You getting it? So uh the sessions are the Asian session, European session, and the North American session. These are the major session that we have. And when we say session, you need to have this understanding. You know, what are these sessions? What are these sessions? These sessions are the time that markets open. One thing I forgot to let you know is that the forex trading market daily is a market that has over 7 trillion US dollar in liquidity daily. Over 7 trillion US dollar is traded in the forex trading market daily. You getting it? So when we're talking about sessions, we are talking about the time that economic activities usually open or resumes during that session. Are you getting it? When the market opens, when economic activities begin in that very zone. You getting it? So you can imagine a market that over 7 trillion US dollar is traded on a daily basis. How much money can you put in? So many, there's this assertion that so many people have that the forex trading market is just like Niger bet. Is the forex and the forex and betting are brothers and sisters. It's usually funny though. How can you say, can you compare? It is ignorance that will make you compare forex trading and bet Niger betting in general. Betting is gambling. Yes, in forex trading you can be gambling when you don't know what you're doing. In forex trading markets, you can be gambling when you don't know what you're doing, when you cannot analyze the market proper. So many people trade this forex with emotions, and that's why I give you in one of those materials. That is what we call inside the trader's mind. Though I don't like that book now, it was back then. I was giving that book a lot of errors in that book. Where I just giving you as a beginner to, study it. It has something for you to learn there, and from there you can further make your own research and know how forex psychology work. You need to have this forex mentality. You getting it? You need to have this forex mentality. So, and if you don't have good understanding of this uh, market, you will definitely be gambling. You'll definitely be gambling. You getting it? What makes I'm just trying to give you a better lessons so you don't let anybody confuse you or compare forex trading and gambling, and you succumb, because I have seen a lot of traders that equally accept that notion that forex trading and betting is almost the same thing. Will you tell me that a person that is having his shop or his or her business is gambling? Yes, the person can be gambling when the person don't know the market ethics. When the person just go to the market, buy goods, don't know that she need to buy in retail price before selling to the consumer. When she just go to anywhere, just go and buy goods to sell, then that person is gambling, because definitely that person will be losing. You getting it? You can't tell me that the people in Hamdala, these are the most common place where exchanges are. The bureau de change is in Kaduna State here, in Hamdala, where they change forex to the market. It's the same thing they do. They do it locally and literally on site, while we do it online digitally. That's just the difference. You buying dollar and selling and dollar. That's what we do in forex trading market. And when you don't understand the nitty gritty of forex, you will definitely be gambling. Some are saying because we are forecasting the market, then that's also gambling, because you bet the and those doing bet Niger too will forecast who is going to win. That's not how forex trading market works. You need to go with the economic activities. No, sometimes Trump will just say something and you will see the entire forex market distorted. If you're following Donald Trump, he talks a lot. I love him, but he talks a lot. He's the best US president for me. You getting it? But when Trump just says something, it's that very moment it can just highly impact and disorganize the forex trading market. So you need to have understanding, just for a moment. I mean, not just entirely. That very comment that Donald Trump could make will have a high impact on the forex trading market. It can make the US dollar to increase in value or to decrease in value. It is the same thing here locally. Tinubu can decide to make an utterances that will discourage investors into Nigeria, and the value of the naira will literally drop or collapse. You getting it? So it's just the same thing. So you cannot compare. I'm taking this time to explain for you to understand the differences. So when you're into forex trading market, you need to pay attention to the fundamentals, which is the futuristic analysis using sites like the Forex Factory. That is a site we call the Forex Factory, where all these new events in advance are being documented, you know, and their potential impact into the market will that site will tell you everything that you need to know about, probably what the US CBN governor is going to say that is likely to impact the market. That site will tell you the possible impact. Are they expecting a positive or a negative impact? So you see, even if you don't focus on getting to know what those news are, just you knowing when those news are going to be releasing will help you to refrain, to stay away from the market for that very particular moment. Because highest, all these news events will impact the market for just 1 or 2 hours. At most, the impact is over. 1 2 hours, the impact of every news event is over, and you resume back your activities. Just knowing that, if you don't want to bother yourself to understanding or trading the fundamentals, just have the understanding of when news are released, what time are going to be released, what is the possible impact. Know the possible impact. That news is going to impact the market, then stay away from that very particular pair or the market in general. When you're doing that, you are helping yourself. Is knowledge. So those people that don't have all this understanding will tell you that forex trading is just like gambling. So that's just that about that. We're talking about sessions, forex trading sessions. See, just expect today's trading class to be more of gist. You're getting it. Just I expect us to interact a lot. Just intro. You're getting it. You don't expect much today, you know. So it should be an interactive session, and us getting to know about all this stuff. So forex trading market is a market that is having over $7 trillion in liquidity daily. So you need to know what session you love to trade. There are some people that will dedicate their time in only trading in a particular session. Some will tell you that I will only trade in the Asian session. I'm going to give you differences, and for you to understand what these sessions are, how they impact the market, and what to expect in every session. You getting it? So the most traded session is the the European session. Are you getting it? The European session, popularly known as the London session, as most traders call it. The European session is the most traded market because it's the session with the most liquidity. Are you getting it? So just like we're talking about the the Asian session usually starts from 11 p.m. here in this West African time. Confirm. Please make sure you confirm. We have all the times. We have all the times here. So make sure you do your own confirmation. So the Asian session usually starts around 11 p.m. in this part of the world, and the European. Okay, did I say Asian or European? Okay, the Asian session usually starts around 11 p.m. while the European session, that's the London session here, usually start around 7 or 8, 7 a.m. West African time, while the New York session, which is the North American session, because the North American comprises the New York and Toronto. So the North American session, that's the New York session as popularly known by forex traders, usually starts around 1 p.m. here. Do your own confirmation, due diligence, please. You know, to know this, to compare. We have the time there. Do your conversion so you know what a time this session starts here. So it all depends on you to 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 decide what session you want to trade. There are what we call, when we go to trading strategies, there are what we call swing traders, scalpers, and day traders and whatsoever. So there are some scalpers, or should I say scalping. It's more profitable when you trade it in the Asian session. Are you getting it? Because we have less liquidity. The market is more choppy in that very trading session. When we say choppy, it's ranging. You getting it? We have more of a ranging market. You're going to learn all these things later. You're getting it. So it's in the long run, by the end of the time when we start practicals proper, you are going to decide for yourself what session, choose a pattern you want to be trading, and what session that's feel more convenient for you. Some will not want to trade the Asian session because from this part of the world it's a night, 11 p.m. So most of our people from this African continent love to trade the European session and the North American session, and you rest. While some will, because of their own pattern of trading, will take the odds and trade in the Asian session. They prefer trading in the Asian session. So that is it about sessions. So you need to know that some sessions overlap. You're getting it. There is an interception. You're getting it. So the Asian session overlaps briefly with London session. I told you that the Asian session starts around 11 p.m. our time. So definitely you should expect it to overlap because London session here starts 7 a.m. So you're getting it. That's where it overlap. So we have an overlap between the European session and the Asian session because the European session starts around European session here starts around 7 a.m. and they said it's overlap between the with the Asian session. So and the North American session overlap. So you should expect that overlap between I'm just doubting the European session overlap with the Asian session. That's why you just think I will need to make further research about that. So, but certainly the North American session with the London session. So because you should expect that the London session is starting 7 a.m. our time, while the American New York session starts around 1. Some say 12. 12. Yeah, I think it's 12. 1 p.m. So you should expect an overlap. But it is the overlap between the London session and the Asian session that is just confusing to me here in this note. So that's just it about the brief differences or the explanation. What you need to understand about the session, just know the session, and if my chat is responsive, because I just discovered that my chat is not responsive, I tried so I can be able to give you this. Yes, Asian 11 p.m. West African time. You get it? 11 p.m. West African time. And European session starts 7 a.m., not 1 p.m. It is the New York session, which is the North American session, that starts 1 p.m. Mish, you getting that? Hope we are clear about that. So the London session, you getting, that's the European session, please. we traders popularly call it London session because London is the headquarters. We call it the London session, just like we call the North American session New York session because New York is the headquarters. You getting it? So we call it New York session, while the European session we call it London session. So most traders may not even know if you say North American session, they may not understand what you're saying until you say the New York session. Just like when you say European session, so many may get a little bit confused until you say the London session. You getting it? So the London session starts 7 a.m. our time, 7 a.m. in the morning, while that's the European session, London session, European session. While the North American session, aka New York session, starts 12 p.m. 12 p.m., 12 noon, 1 p.m. You getting it? Asian session, which includes this China whatsoever, starts 11 p.m. You getting it? That's in the night, our night time here. So that's just it about the session. It's imperative that you understand this. You have a detailed understanding of this. Very, very important. You getting it? You know when you go into the markets, you getting it. You have to have this understanding. Allow the market to open, get some balance before you start trading. It's very important. There are something that it is logic that will teach you some of these things. You will not see them anywhere online. You are my brothers and friends. I'll make sure I teach you. See, I don't know why my brother is not here. Oh. Caesar. Okay, I will try to make sure he's here because I wish all my brothers would be very, very, because I want to see millionaires. Honestly, I want to make sure I see millionaires emerge from these sessions. I want to make sure by the grace of God, if Jesus study, if Jesus study, that's if Jesus study, because we have this very this dog is distracting me. We have this very sorry, I just want to talk about this. Very important, very important. We have this revelations. People having these great visions this year. This year, it is a year like no any other. People having visions that rapture is going to happen this year. A lot of people, no year that has ever recorded. If you are very sensitive online, you will see a lot of people having this vision that rapture is going to happen this year. This year, some with dates. I don't want to talk about dates. But I believe it is not we Christians, believers, born again. We are always ready at all time. Just like we are expected. You should be ready at all time. But I believe most of these visions, because you cannot. Sorry, I'm digressing. It's very important I digress, because without this, what's money? You getting it? So a lot of I know this is story that so many people, when I talk this, when we discussing with friends, so many people don't want to hear about this was going to end rapture, stuff like that. They don't want to hear it. I To tell you the facts, because of the goals I have. If I know how to beg God to give us more 10, 20 years, honestly, I will. I will be the first person to. But when I think about the other time, the other side of it, what we were expecting, in the coming of Christ, when you are raptured, I feel happy somehow. But if you give me the option to choose, I will choose God give us more time. What am I saying? How can you reconcile the fact that someone in the US have this same vision encounter that rapture is going to happen September either 23 or 24 September, in the Feast of the Trumpets, that's based on the Israelites calendar, Jewish calendar. And someone again in South Africa, that one said he saw Jesus appeared to him literally. And somehow I believe both this. I'm just trying. These are just the two that that intersect. These two testimonies intersect, and that's why I'm just. There are so many. I told you. I'm telling you. There is no year that records, people having revelation of rapture like this year. I think since the world began, people have been saying it, honestly. So someone again in South Africa said he saw Jesus appear to him not once, not twice, and told him he's going to be coming September in the feast of the trumpet. That is 23, 24 of September based on Jewish calendar. Two people that don't know each other. I believe that these people had an encounter, supernatural encounter, but do they truly see Jesus? That's what I can't see because I'm not the one that's in the picture here. You get it? But I believe these two people have an encounter, the same dates, the same months. And those that are following Pastor Chris, will see Pastor Chris for years has been talking about this. Pastor Chris severally said, if ever this war lasts, it's going to exceed 2030. It's never going to exceed 2030 if this world stay long, before rapture. If rapture didn't happen, it's never going to exceed 2030. And I have other people too, like Emmanuel Makendiwa, so many prophets. There is this Jewish, so many of them have been talking about this you know rapture, but unlike this year. So I'm making a video about this too. Hopefully very soon when I'm done. So many people say Jesus Christ said you don't know the date. No, Jesus Christ. When Jesus Christ was saying nobody knows the hour nor the date, you get it? Nobody knows the hour nor the date, not even the Son of Man. He was only talking about the very fact that he was a man. When Jesus was a man, when he was walking the earth, he was limited. He was limited to so many things. Jesus Christ didn't say he's never going to know the dates. And when he said nobody knows the hour nor the day, doesn't mean that he's never going to reveal it to people. He didn't say he's never going to reveal it. He said nobody knows the hour nor the date. Doesn't mean he was only talking about there are some situations in the Bible that only covers that moment. He said not even the Son of Man, neither the angels in heaven at that time that he was saying it. But when Jesus Christ died and resurrected, he became unlimited. He's God. You cannot say God doesn't know the hour nor the date. If you say Jesus don't know the hour or the date, you are just simply saying that he's not God. So that's just that about that. So if Jesus Christ tarry, I would love to see a whole lot of us, you getting it, millionaires emerging. We are going to be doing a lot of things together by the grace of God. You getting it? That's why I want to make sure and my brothers like Caesar and God are part of this very classes. So that's just we discuss about the session. Understanding forex trading session is very, very important. It's very, very okay. Let's see. Do we have I've never done most of my life session, even classes is on Zoom. It's on Zoom and mostly it's on Zoom and Google Meets. I think next time we use Google Meet, I want this to be interactive, where you people can talk. Want to be hearing voice. Say something. Unlike YouTube, that I think there should be provision for you people to talk. I've never. This is my first live on YouTube. That was why we couldn't hold the live last month because I didn't check it to know how it works. I just thought I could just come live and just run it the way I used to do in other platform. So so far, so good. If you have any questions, it's good to post. Okay, no provision on YouTube. Okay, understand that. Okay, maybe next time we need to switch because at some point we are going to make these classes personal, private. Sorry, we're going to make it private when we get to a certain point. You get it? So people that are coming behind will just meet very few of the recordings because there's one thing about our people from our community when something is free when something is free, they don't value it. I want to start teaching people how to value. I don't know, seriously, I want to do something that will make people, especially people from this our community, learn when something is free, they should learn to appreciate it, to value it. If you know how much I spent, I told you my boss paid $1,000 3 years ago for Epic for me to learn, and we are still working to do something. with him. You're getting it in the forest aspect. And probably when that thing works, I just pray it works. Jesus carry. Some of you, that's why I'm even doing this class. Some of you, I'll pick some of you by the grace of God. So we'll work those things together so that we'll do those things together. But that thing we are working with my boss, it will need people with high degree of integrity. High degree of integrity. So we're going to choose by God's grace people from here to what am I saying? I'm almost forgetting. Okay. So people don't like to value um stuffs like that when they say free. I remember when I do it here in Kabbalah, I announce it. There are some that are even saying, I cannot come and be sitting, in class with these children. Please, you should be, when can we have time so that I'll be coming, you'll be teaching me alone. You can just imagine. Ha! I'll look at some people, I'll say, Jesus, you are poor, poor, someone that is, looking for how to make ends meet to feed is a problem. He's saying he's feeling, he cannot come and be sitting in class with some other because he feel he's bigger than those children. Some people that he feel that he's too big to sit in the same class with them. Telling me to give him another spare time so that he can uh, I can be teaching not one, not two people. I'm telling you, so that I can be teaching them personally. I said, now wow, now me no get work to do entirely. So that's just it. And what am I saying here? Yeah, so you need to have a good understanding of these sessions so you can be able to know what time to trade and what time not to trade. What time is more comfortable for you. Just imagine you choose Asian session and you are the kind of person like me that don't play because I'm always busy in the day. I don't want anything to interfere with my sleep, and if not for Christianity life, then you can never get me to do not even party. When I was going to party, then you tell me go night party. I know they go. Despite no matter how much, I know they go. I know they play with night. So you can just imagine some people like me that don't play with their rest at night. They say you want to trade the Asian session. You'll be trading your money while you are dozing. You see, so you will need to look for a session that's more comfortable, more convenient. Some will say during the Asian New York session, I usually get more visitors. I wouldn't want distraction. I prefer the London session in the morning. Before people will start visiting you or calling you, you must have been done with your trading. There are a lot of factors that you will need to consider before choosing what session you would love to trade. So you can see Asian session, that's the Tokyo session, which is Tokyo is the headquarters SA session. So the major currencies there are JPY, AUD, and NZD. They are all part of the Asian countries. You getting it? So what to expect? We have low volatility. When we say low volatility, how much liquidity people trade in the market at a particular time, and how fast, yeah, let me talk the user, how fast the market moves. That's volatility. So in the Asian session, you should expect low volatility. They said often is a range bound market, just like I've mentioned earlier. It's usually ranging. You get to know when we go to the charts, you will understand what a ranging market is, what a choppy market is, getting it. So you usually find all these kind of markets during the the New York session, getting it during the Asian session. So the Asian session is good for scalping, you know, or quite technical trading strategies. Are you getting it? They are good for scalping or quiet technical trading strategies. When you don't want a market that makes a whole lot of noise. Just like during
London or New York session, there are a lot of activities going, unlike in the Asian session. You getting it? So it's one thing about the Asian session is that it's more easier to predict. Are you getting it? It's more easier to know if you understand chart patterns. It's more easier to know what the patterns are forming, what patterns are forming or about to form, what candlestick pattern it's about. You know how it's more effective. Candlestick patterns are more effective in that when you understand your candlestick patterns, they are more effective in Asian session. Are you getting it? Would I say more effective? Okay, they are effective at all time, but what they signal, the impact. Yes, let me use the word impact. Yeah, it's still effective. They are more effective in the Asian session. Let's assume when you see the morning star. How many of you? Uh, how many of you open the candlestick Bible? Candlestick Bible. Candlestick Bible. How many of you open Candlestick Bible? The one I gave you, the chart patterns. Let me see from the comment section. Is GP here? He should be here because he was here last. He was the only person. Oh no, here and Mish last week. GP, are you here? Okay. That book is very, very, very important. Please, Candlestick Bible. What we are going to be doing, okay, let's do this. Make sure that you read chapter 1 from today and tomorrow, because I'm going to ask you questions on my Facebook page. I need answers. Anybody is going to be part of the assessment. Honestly, if we don't have a plenty people that are going to be learning the how to create a forest trading robot, maybe I'm going to cut it short. Let me see, probably 2 3 people, and there are those people that are very very active, because I can't be giving my time, you know, to teach this, giving my time to teach you this for free, and some people will just go to sleep. You know, that is just what I hate. You know, giving my. Do you know what it cost me? Honestly, this morning I was thinking about oh, make I postpone this thing because I am busy. When I say I'm busy, understand I'm busy. I'm serious. You may not understand this. I pray you will get to that level. You will get to that level. I'm not only trading this thing, forex in the times of forex currencies, Bitcoin, cryptocurrencies too. You're getting it, and you don't give them the same approach. And aside that, I'm still doing freelancing. You should know that. Currently, I'm also working with a Chinese company. You know, the Chinese company I'm working with now, part time, part time. They owns this company. This chart you are seeing now, they owns this chart. It's a very nice chart. I'm going to give you the link too, so you can download their app. Yeah, I'm working with them part time. Hopefully, if they didn't extend my contract next week, I'm going to be quitting because I've just completed uh, a part-time contract with them day before yesterday. So I'm waiting. If they renew, I'm giving them new conditions. If they renew my contract based on my conditions, fine. If they are still want to continue without that condition, I said I'm not working, because Chinese companies, sorry to say this, they love to use people and with small money. That's why this is the first Chinese company I'm working for. All my time as a freelancer, I I mostly work with US companies. I've worked with several US companies, and that's where you make good money. But Chinese company, they will use you. So I'm saying I'm going to give you the link, and I'm going to post it. So what I'm saying is this: you must study this candlestick Bible. Study chapter 1. You must study chapter 1. And when you study chapter 1, I'm going to post a chart. Cycle that part and ask you to name it. What is the name? I will say, give me the name of that uh, uh, formation, candlestick formation. And you have to respond on that very Facebook post. If we are not yet friends with you on Facebook, I'm not going to be tagging you. I was tagging people because we were starting classes. And I was still considering to give more people room for entry. Just like I told you, we'll soon move from YouTube to either Google Meet or Zoom. Either Google Meet, I think Google Meet, yes. We'll either move to Google Meet or Zoom. So it will only be people that have access to the link. Or we are going to close access maybe after next week. We are not going to give room to anybody again. You getting it? So and give you I will post and give you uh ask you to name what pattern the candlestick form, and I'll be assessing from there, because when we do it on my timeline, it will remain there forever. So that when I want to assess it, I will go back there and assess your answers. You getting it? So we are going to be doing it there. So you should expect, today is Saturday, right? If you are serious, candlestick one chapter one, within 1 hour, 2 hours, you are done with chapter one. Seriously. So tomorrow around 3, I will going to be dropping a question from that chapter 1, because we cannot say we are doing this and again studying candlestick Bible. There will not be no time for this. Please, there will be no time. So you have to study it. As you're studying it, what you don't understand, we come, we discuss it. Because we're not going to be displaying candlestick Bible here to learn. And it's very, very, if you don't know that book, you cannot, seriously, you cannot know trading. You need to know that book. What though that this candlestick that you can see on the screen here, as you can see here, they tell a story. They are telling you what next is going to happen. Every candlestick you see here, they have their names. They have their names and the shape they forms. Are you getting it? And the shape they form. So please, you need to have understanding. You need to have this understanding, please. So I'm going to be, in short, we are going to be stopping here. I'm beginning to feel headache. I'm not yet taking my breakfast. So I'm going to be, because I just want you people to be on your toes and work. You, there is a woman that I took forest trading classes from the US. You know, I took her 3 months, and you know how much she pay me every week? She pay me every week. I charge her per week, $200 per week. Just just ask yourself, how much is $200 per week? We did 3 months with that lady, and because of that class, I taught her. Me and that woman, we are like this now. We have even registered something here in Nigeria with her. I'm telling you, she paid me $200 a week. Calculate how $200 should be 300,000 now, even though it's not this year. It is last year or last 2 years that I took her. So please, 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 you need to take this serious. Don't just see because it's free and you do it, just do it anyhow. Please. So we are just going to stop here in these sessions. We are going to be stopping here in these sessions. Next week we will resume from this session. Please make sure you study this on your own. You have link to the note. Study ahead. You don't be me. I'm just using what I've known a lot now. You see, that's why I'm still dragging. Yes, and I was supposed to refresh. Because you don't expect me to always be this theory. Forex is something, even if you wake me from sleep, I should be able to teach. But at times it's good to refresh, for the sake of teaching. You getting it? But I'm too busy. It was this morning. I'm trying to check, see what I'm going to talk about. So you see these sessions, please study these sessions, study ahead if you have the time. If you don't have the time, you can, forward. You can wait until when next we having classes. But for Candlestick Bible, make sure you are done with chapter one, because I'm going to be asking you question on Sunday tomorrow by 3 p.m. Then by that time you must be back from church, eating and rest. Ehen. Then you respond to the question on my timeline. So any question before we go, before we take our lift? If you have any question, you can just type it. Any question, just type it. That's why I would prefer us to go on Google Meet or Zoom, so that these classes will be interactive. You know, any question, but please remember, always remember, honestly, even if rapture doesn't happen this year, it's something that we should always, and be ready for. We should always be ready for. I told you that there is no a year that revelation visions about rapture that has been so much like this year, 20 um 2025. Yeah, like this 2025. I can see you, Mish. You are welcome. So whatsoever you're doing, it is our desire that we live that we live uh, beyond. I have so many great dreams that I want to see achieved, honestly, between now and December and highest next year. So I wouldn't love to see, rapture happening now. I wouldn't love to, but if it comes, we should be happy. So we is our mandate to remind each other. You getting it? So there is this. I will soon drop a video about all this too. I'm working on it. So thank you. God bless. See you next week, Saturday, same time. Should we say same venue? Ha. Okay, when we decide the venue, I will let you know if it's going to be the same YouTube. Maybe for the sake of, I'm just thinking if we can have 2 3 lectures on YouTube before we move to Google Meet. But I'm just imagining how long we're going to continue with, you know, stuff like that. Let's see how it goes. I'm going to let you know. So thank you. God bless. See you next week. Bye.